Vincent, one of the things I'd say as well about the way Ballygunner's game plan is so good and they're tactically so aware is that, like, if you look at last year, they got together, I suppose, the middle of the summer, whenever Waterford were knocked out. A couple of weeks after that, the whole team would have been together. They played all the way until February. So they probably had about 3 or 4 months collective training, playing at a really high level, more than most other club teams. And they're doing that probably year after year. So they've probably had double the collective time over the last 10 years than a lot of their competitors that they're going to meet. With Thomas's staying together every year, that's an advantage to them as well. The same with Ballyhale. These teams are really getting to know each other inside out. I'd say what it adds to the team spirit is huge as well. And I think that's what makes it very tough to catch up, because you're basically probably playing half the length of the season as these great teams every year.
That's true. And it definitely isn't a coincidence that we're, obviously it hasn't been dictated yet, but the 4 All-Ireland Club semi-finals from last season are still in contention now. And of that 4, 3 of them and your own Borrisoleigh were the quartet in 2020, and 3 of them plus Cushendall were the quartet in 2019. So the kind of romanticized thing about the club championship is the kind of novelty and the kind of freshness, but in the hurling, it is becoming kind of this dominant, kind of little club are kind of taking it to another level, and other teams it's difficult for them to get there. And even you look at Ballygunner were playing yesterday, and the Pearshie team were very seasoned in this sort of thing, and they're playing a Ballyea side who, after winning 4 counties in Clare, they won Munster themselves in 2016. So it is harder for a new team. We'll get on to it in a minute. Like St. Finbarr's yesterday, their first taste of it. It is harder for a new team to come along out of nowhere and make an impact. It's just a different, there's a conditioning element, there's an experience element, there's kind of how, I suppose, as you say, you kind of refine your hurling game plan, your tactics are. But I think the other thing from Ballygunner is that the split season has come around at a good time for them.